All right, we're going to see if you can figure out who a liar is here today. 2 truths and a lie. We got 3 different stories coming at you. Myself, Denny's, and then Suits will be telling you stories here today.
Oh, so me and the witch are guessing.
Yeah.
Yes. I've been demoted. I'm not allowed to tell stories anymore because I was too awesome.
That's
You'll
a
get
lie.
back around.
See, that was a good lie right
Yeah,
there.
that's right.
Very good. You're getting the game. That was a good lie, Virginia.
Okay, my story goes all the way back to when I was working promotions in New York City. We did this big concert. It was called Jingle Ball, and they had it at Madison Square Garden. And, I was just kind of the grunts. I hung up signs, and I was to walk a group around and do all that kind of stuff. Well, they had kind of a VIP lounge, and one of the things that I was supposed to do was to make sure that I got photos. Now, this is back in the day before they had the digital photos. You'd have to snap a photo, and it'd be on a roll and film, and you have to get it developed and all that kind of stuff. I had this program director that's always all over my ass, just loved yelling at me and found every mistake that I could ever do. So I always worked in fear of what this guy was going to do and find fault in me. He was obsessed with getting photos in People magazine. That was like the big thing. That was like going viral in those days.
That was a huge get.
Yeah.
Wow, it's so much easier to go viral these days, right? I feel like that would be harder.
Oh,
Right.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
trying to get it.
In People magazine, that's your only
submit it.
shot.
They knew the people there at People, and so they would say, hey, here's all these photos, and is there something that you can use? So one of my jobs was to go around and take photos of some of the celebrities that were there, and they had this whole big old lounge that was going on, a piano and stuff like that. So I was snapping all these photos. So I'm getting these photos of all kinds of celebrities, Courtney Love and Green Day, and the drummer from Metallica, and Weezer was there, and all these groups. You're like going, oh my gosh, John Bon Jovi. So I'm like, I've got all these great photos on this roll, and I am walking backstage, and 2 people come running up to me, and they're like, we got to get your camera. I'm like, what's going on? I didn't recognize these people. They didn't work for the radio station. Well, apparently they worked PR for some celebrity, and they thought that I had taken a photo of this celebrity, and there were 2 problems. One, this celebrity was married, and he was talking to somebody intimately that wasn't his wife.
Oh,
and apparently
boy.
I was snapping some photos right in that area. Also, this celebrity had a drink in their hand, and they were known for being on the wagon and clean and sober, and had made a big stance about how they no longer drank. So I was going to blow up the spot on 2 different occasions if this photo came out. 1, this celeb is cheating on their wife, and 2, they are drinking when they should not. So they wound up taking my camera and the film out of it. I lost every single photo. And when I went back and told my program director, he threatened to fire me. And I'm like, I work for free, dog.
Yeah, in your face.
Yeah. So I'm like, really? And luckily, Teresa, who was our promotions director, she stepped in and talked him down and said, look, he had no other option. I mean, what's he going to do? Because you would have, ticked this. And the celebrity was big. The celebrity at the time was big in the music world. Now they're known as an A-list actor, and they're no longer with their wife.
People are saying you told this story before, and that's not true. You've told that concert before. You've never told the part about the camera. The camera part, that is the new part, and that's what I have to figure out. Is that the lie or is that the truth?
Okay.
Because you're mixing. Because I know you did that. I know you've done that before. You've talked about Courtney Love and Green Day.
Yeah.
But did you take all those pictures? Did you scoop stuff?
Okay.
Huh.
Okay. That's what you got to figure out.
Very good. Throwing a little blur in there. I see what he's doing.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Did that happen or did that not happen? All right, Denny's, what is your story here?
So I figure this is appropriate for the time frame. But back in high school, one of the productions we did was Little Shop of Horrors. And in that production, I don't know if you've seen how they do the modern ones, but the company will send you all of the props for the entire production. So we had 3 different sized plants for when the plant grows and becomes large enough to eat people in the movie. Spoiler
Feed
alert.
me, Seymour.
Exactly.
Feed me, Seymour.
So the first one's one you hold and you put your hand in it and you control it like this with the plant. And
Like
it's
a puppet,
It's in
hand
one of
puppet.
the earlier scenes of the movie. And then halfway through the movie, it gets a little bit larger and it's on a table. Somebody has to climb under the table and they have to reach
operate
up
it.
and operate it. And then the largest version was it took 2 people. You had to climb in. One person had to go like this to chomp them out. The other person had to go around them, and then you could move the arms and turn the head with it.
Okay.
It was a 2-person operation. Mm-hmm. Well, so it became a thing. When I was in drama class, I didn't actually act or anything. I did lighting and I did stage construction. So a lot of it was just setting up stages. So we had the big prop in the back, and me and one of my friends there, we would hide in it. And when people would walk by, we'd move and scare them. It became a thing that we did through the entire production.
I love it.
Well, we saw our teacher was coming in with the principal, and they were chatting, and I go, let's go in the back. And when they walk in the back, we'll scare them, right? So me and my friend, we go back in there. She climbs in, and I'm like waiting. We're waiting around, and we hear him come in, and it's only the teacher, and she's talking on the phone, and we're like, oh, dude, we're going to get her. So we go scare, and we hear her, and she's talking about getting a divorce with her husband.
Oh.
And it's a very serious conversation.
Oh.
So for about 15 minutes, we just sat in this suit and didn't move because we didn't want her to know that we were hiding in it. I mean, we definitely didn't want her to let her know that we heard her entire conversation.
You
on the
can't
phone.
scare her at that point.
Wow.
So she eventually walked out and left. We climbed out and never said anything. The weird thing is we constantly listened. So the rest of the year we listened, and we didn't hear anything about the husband and her getting divorced. But something was happening in their relationship, and we never told anyone we did that.
Wow. Okay. A little dirty secret. What happens when
dirty
you hide in
secret.
plants?
Yes.
Okay.
Side note, Katie Marlowe, KVJ Nationer, is going to be in Little Shop of Horrors at the Broward Center, and it starts in 3 days.
Oh,
It's a whole run for the rest of the month. Yeah, I think I'm going to go down there and see it. Her mother, Kit, is a big KVJ Nationer,
Yeah.
and Katie does wonderful acting work.
Yeah.
Broward Center for the Performing Arts.
Guy sure looks like plant food to me. Guy sure looks like plant food to me. Guy sure looks like plant food to me.
Love that, huh?
We love Little Shop of Horrors. Me and
It's
Denny's
so
were just
good.
watching it the other night.
Do you want to go down there with us? We're going to go see it live.
Yeah, well, let's talk about it. I
I'm
love
excited.
I never have seen that. One, I'm not really into musicals, and two, I don't know why I had to hang up about Rick Moranis.
it. I loved him.
I know.
He's
I don't know
great.
what it was. I couldn't. I don't know if it was because of the movie Little Giants. I don't know what it was. I couldn't stand Rick Moranis. I think it was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
That movie was amazing.
I know. For
He's
some
the
reason, I-
Spaceballs guy, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was in
I love that
Spaceballs.
guy.
I don't hate him in
Spaceballs, yeah.
that, and he was okay in Ghostbusters. But for some reason, I really got something against Rick Moranis and couldn't watch anything. I'm like, I'm not going to watch Rick Moranis.
He's great in Parenthood. He got beat up in New York for no reason. He got jumped.
I know. I don't know what it was.
Maybe it was Kevin that
I
jumped
think
him.
it might have been
It was.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Damn,
There's Rick
Kevin.
Moranis. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. I took a photo and gave it to Steve Kingston. Here's your photo, bud. All right, Suits, what is your story?
So this is a little bit of an announcement too for you guys. I actually am single again. Broke up with my girlfriend last week.
You broke up with her?
Well, it was actually very mutual. I've never had a situation play out quite like this, and I give her a lot of credit. I think that we really were just kind of in that same place where things were starting to fizzle out a little bit. We had been together for almost a year, and we really weren't seeing each other as much. And
Yeah.
she was very cool about it, very mature, and really it was a very mutual breakup. I think both of us were having the same feelings. So we both really just agreed to be friends.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of respect for her, and it was definitely the most mutual, friendly breakup I've ever had. But yeah, back to being single.
What are you doing this week? You want to go out wolfing around?
Sure.
I'm reeling right now. If this is true, the secret girlfriend's gone.
And if this is a lie, how pissed is his girlfriend going to be? Like, really? That was where you went, huh?
He's a good actor. Don't forget this. You're looking at Jimmy Dankman right here. He's a good actor.
He is a good
He's
actor.
a good actor.
Is
That's
it all
why-
a trick?
Is it all a trick? He's good, man.
When I yell at Rocco, he yells back, I'm effing Jimmy Dankman.
I get it. It's a power line.
It is a power line.
Yeah. Okay, well, here's where we sit. We got 3 stories. Me could have really blown the doors off of somebody's cheating ways back in the day with a photo that was confiscated by a PR team. Denny's, who held on to a dark secret that he got by hiding in a plant about a marriage falling apart. Or Suits, whose relationship really did. Wow. Okay, so who do you
Wow.
think is lying today?
What do you think, Bird?
Kevin's sounds suspect, and I thought Kevin was lying until I heard Suits.
Okay.
And then I think, but you're right. We bring up some good points here. It's a big lie to do for a bit. I mean, do you have to tell her
Going
about?
big.
It's real
Big.
big.
It's real big.
Yeah.
Is it too big?
All right, who's your vote for, Virginia? Who do you think the liar is?
Do we know who's out of the equation in your opinion?
Denny's.
I think Denny's. I think that happened to Denny's.
I think it did too.
because he was kind of like always catting around, always sneaking around, doing
Yeah.
a little mischief.
His little mischievous little nugget back in school.
Kevin's the suspect because he has told that story before. He knows he's told that story before.
There's
but
a lot went on that night.
He added a big layer that he's never told, and I find that's a big thing to always leave out. I feel like you would have said that before.
Think so? Okay.
But he's being kind of extra smug right now.
Suits looks smug too, but I know he learned it from Kevin.
Yeah.
I mean, if Suits is lying, that's a good lie.
It's a great lie.
It's big. It's big.
That's a big lie.
And it brings an energy to this bit. I like it. I'm gonna go. What do you think?
I'm gonna go
On the count of three, say who you think is lying. 1, 2, 3.
Suits.
All right, so right now the audience is saying 50% is Suits, 36% is saying me, 14% is saying Denny's. So Denny's, everybody thinks you're telling the truth. Are you telling the truth, Denny's? Yes or no?
I am telling the truth.
Ah, we knew it.
Okay.
We knew it. Honest Abe.
Okay.
Little honest Abe, you.
We figured him out. We knew he wasn't the liar. But this is where we were in a pickle.
I feel like we made a grave mistake. Kevin would never have not told us about the photos.
It's Halloween. Grave mistake.
You would have told us about the photos. I blew it again. I blew it again.
Okay. You blew it again, you feel. Suits, are you telling us the truth?
I am telling you the truth.
It was Kevin. We
Kevin,
knew it.
yeah.
We said it during commercial. Does that count?
No.
So everything you said was true.
It is 100% true, everything I just said. Yeah.
Wow.
How you doing,
Oh,
big
man.
guy?
I'm doing all right. Like I said, I mean, I feel like it was a very mutual decision. We were both kind of at that same place where it seemed like things were fizzling. So I have a lot of respect for her. She's a great person. I just don't think it was meant to be for the two of us.
Wow.
Wow. All right. Hey, look. Good luck to both of you.
So you're back on the market.
I am, yes.
Let's
Single,
get that
ready to
Tinder
mingle.
profile up.
Got to work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, sorry to hear about that, Suits.
It's good.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you were lying about that, oh my gosh.
I would never do that without making sure they were in on it.
Right.
Do you need some pancakes, flapjacks? You want a breakfast sandwich?
Yeah, put on some pounds
Yeah, that'll-
before you go on.
I got to go the other way.
You like to put on 20 pounds before you try to find any women?
No, I'm good, but thank you. I'll have
Okay.
a salad.
Look, I'm Italian. We eat our pain away.